What's up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and today I'm launching a Scentsy Spring and Summer series that we're going to sniff through the whole catalog because I asked on my community tab and you guys wanted a series of videos categorized by scent family, so that's what I'm going to give you. So actually what I'm going to do is today we're going to cover fruity, and each day we're going to cover a new category. I'm going to do citrus, then floral, then fresh, and on the last day we're actually going to combine woods, bakery, and licensed. So if I do one a day, starting when you see this video, we will be wrapping up just as the catalog starts. So you'll hopefully be prepared and pick which scent you want. So let's start with our sniff through. We're gonna do bars if I have them, and if I don't, I'll do testers. So let's get started with the fruity category. I have my catalog here. Fruity says, ripe, fresh squeezed, and always sweet. Includes notes like pineapple, peach, strawberry, and apple. There are a lot of scents in this category, so let's get started. The first one on our list is Appletini Splash. This is a new release. It has a pretty vibrant green colored wax. Scentsy says green apple and nashy pear stirred with a big splash of simple syrup. Now this one has not come up on Tester Tuesday yet, so I have not warmed this. But there's a very sweet green apple. It's not authentic green apple to me. It's a sweet green apple. It could be that the simple syrup is going in there and changing it up. And actually, I have a little tiny sample of Tester of Nashy Pear, which is this almost smells a little bit like Skinny Dippin's pear. But I get an artificial tone. It reminds me a touch of something in prickly pear and agave. It might be the agave and simple syrup are mixing in my mind. But I like this better now than the very first time I smelled it, so that's kind of nice. But it's a little bit artificial. It's sweet. It's a little bit green apple, so a tiny bit tart. And this one on cold sniff is about a medium intensity, maybe medium light. So that is Appletini Splash. Looking forward to trying that one out. The next one we have is Apricot Vanilla. This has been around for a few spring and summer seasons. It says heirloom peach, apricot, and vanilla ice cream, tempt fate, and everyone else. And this is one of Heidi's favorites. And Heidi is one of the co-owners of Scentsy, if you're not aware. This is a soft scent. You can definitely smell a little bit of peach with the apricot. Apricot has that fuzzy outer layer, and you can almost smell that here. And you get a really creamy vanilla. So this would be a bedroom and bathroom scent, not great in a big area. And this is really nice in the scent circle. I really liked it in the scent circle. So that's Apricot Vanilla. The next scent we have is Berry Bright, pretty blue colored wax. This one says blue raspberry and fresh clementine light the way to sweet sugar plum. So this one is a little bit of a spin-off of Blueberry Rush, if you smelled that in the Bring Back My Bar. Yes, it smells a little bit also like Aladdin 3 Wishes if you smelled that one. It's a little bit blue raspberry. You get a little bit of a depth of the sugar plum, and sugar plum is actually very candy-like. It's not as much plum-like. Yes, and what's the third thing they said? Clementine. I don't know if I get very much of that. This is about a medium level performer for me. I don't warm this a lot. It's not a huge love for me, but about a medium level performer. That's Berry Bright. The next one is a bestseller. It is Black Raspberry Vanilla. Dark purple wax. Scentsy says about this, delicious sun-sweetened dark berries warmed with vanilla. So a lot of companies have a black raspberry vanilla. It's not a unique scent, but Scentsy does theirs very well. To me, it's about a medium level, and it's fairly long lasting. And if you have a Scentsy Club, you can get this in brick through the Scentsy Club. It's sweet. The vanilla is not obvious. I think it's just there to soften the edges. You get that black raspberry, which to me is almost like a blackberry and like a dark fruity berry. A little bit tangy. This is very nice. It's a classic. So that's Black Raspberry Vanilla. The next scent we have is Camo Camo. This is a seasonal spring and summer scent. Scentsy says tropical oasis of lush mandarin, Camo Camo, and passion fruit. This is very tangy. I love this one. I always forget about it, but when I smell it, it always puts a smile on my face. It's very fruity. I tend to like tropical fruities. Not everybody does. It smells like a very rich tropical fruit smoothie with not vanilla, but a lot of juices and nectars in it. That is Camo Camo, and this does very well for me. I've warmed it in my open layout no problem years ago, but I don't get to warm it often enough, so I'm going to make sure I pull this one out. So it's, I would say, a medium to a medium plus for me. That's Camo Camo, and you could probably warm that anywhere in your home. All right, the next one is a strong performer. This is staying in the catalog. It is Cloudberry Dreams. So this carried over from winter. It says sweet raspberry and a whisper of rose soar through billowy bursts of peach and vanilla. You can definitely smell rose. Yes, rose and raspberry. I don't really get a lot of peach, and I don't really get a lot of vanilla. This is a very strong scent. It lasts quite a while for me as well. I can warm this downstairs in my open layout. I can warm this anywhere in my home. It's not one that I love on scent appeal. I've tried it in laundry, and I actually like it once the laundry is dry. It's fairly nice. Just not a huge love for me, but it's done very well since it's come out. So I think a lot of people like it. So that's Cloudberry Dreams. The next one I don't have a bar for. It is Go Go Mango. I have warmed this quite a few times before. Scentsy says juicy mango and melon garnished with hibiscus and sweet banana flower. So we got mango, melon, and then a couple florals. Yeah, and I get mostly mango. I don't really pick up a lot of melon, but I do get the florals. The hibiscus is in there. Now, a lot of people have trouble with performance. For me, Go Go Mango is a medium to a medium light. I usually warm it in bedrooms without an issue, so I can smell it. Some people can't smell this. It comes in other items, so if you struggle to smell it, you can always try it in pods and things like that. But just recently it retired from the body care line, so that is Go Go Mango. All right, the next one we have is the main dude in my life, other than the ones in my family. It's Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed is a well-loved Scentsy scent. This was a scent of the month. I believe it was for April 2018, the year I became a consultant. It might have been March? No, April. And I just remember loving the name, loving the scent, and it's a bestseller, so a lot of people love it. It's described as just pick Macintosh pops with apple peels and a hint of crisp pear. So I don't get an obvious pear. Some people do, but it's really a bright, vibrant Macintosh apple. So a lot of red apple scents are very strong, and this is no exception. Very strong, a great mixer, good on its own. Not very long lasting for me, but I can warm this anywhere in my home, and I usually, in a big area, I could get at most a day, and in smaller zones, a day to maybe 2 days max. Very light on the second day. I call this a one-dayer, but that's just me. So that's Johnny Appleseed, and I'm really happy they've actually added this as a brick option as well in the Scentsy Club. All right, next, I don't have a bar for this one, but it's Mad for Melon. It's a pretty light green colored wax. Scentsy says juicy honeydew melon, fresh from the vine, is adorned with freesia and wild poppy. Yes, and you smell a little bit of the melon and a little bit of the florals, and so together, to me, it's almost like a 50-50. On cold, I feel like I sometimes smell more melon, but on warm, I feel like I get more of the florals. But it's soft enough that it doesn't scream aggressive, bothersome florals. So I would say from memory, this is about a medium to a medium light, probably a medium light, but I think it lasted a while. So I was happy with this, and at first I remember thinking I wasn't going to be, and then when I warmed it, I was like, oh, I like this. So I remember picking up a bar or maybe 2 bars, and I had local customers looking for it off season. So that goes to show you something. And in fact, Scentsy has put that as a bestseller. So that is Mad for Melon. All right, another bar that is a bestseller is Maui Coconut. This one says paradise is only a whiff away with floral Hawaiian lei over fruity fresh pineapple and coconut. Now, if you can see, mine's a two-tone. Is it supposed to be two-tone? No. This one is probably about a year old, but it's obviously discoloring on the top, so I will get to warming this soon. Let me smell it. Oh, I love this one. It's like a fresh, there's a little bit of the coconut, but you smell, it says Hawaiian lei and violet. Do I smell those? I don't know. I smell florals. Pineapple and coconut. I smell coconut more than pineapple. Let me smell the bottom. Oh, it's heavenly. I love this. This is a really nice bedroom bathroom scent for me. It's about a medium light performer, or medium, so I don't tend to warm it in bigger zones. I stick to bedrooms or bathrooms, or entranceways. I really like this one. So that's Maui Coconut. I'll definitely warm that soon, and I'll definitely buy more. All right, the next one I don't have a bar for, but I did warm it last year. It's Snapdragon. I love snapping. This is actually a bestseller as well. It says exotic blood orange and sparkling pink pineapple are punctuated by fierce Snapdragon. Now, some of these bestsellers, I'm wondering if because they were new releases last year, people bought them up and then now they're a bestseller. So it will be interesting to see if they maintain that status now that they're not in that, you know, let's try it out stage. Pretty reddish orange wax. Yeah, and this one I find kind of light. I'm gonna rub it up to warm it up. Warming it up kind of releases those scent oils a little bit. Yeah, blood orange can be a scary note, but it's very muted here. Everything's muted. It's not a very strong scent to me. Sometimes when I warm it, I feel like that almost moved when I did this, but sometimes when I warm it, I can get more of the floral, but it's not an aggressive floral either, so, which is why they put it in the fruited category and not in the floral category. So pink pineapple is not a note that we hear about a lot, so I'm really not sure what that smells like. But this is a very light scent. If you're someone that likes lighter scents, then this one might be one to try. Personally, I'm not one to grab for this one because I find it too light. So that is Snapdragon. All right, another one that's on the lighter side, but this one is very, very pretty, is Peach Nectar. So Peach Nectar is described as delicate peach skin and blue freesia settle into a bed of billowy musk clouds. Yes. I find this is a very authentic peach, and then the floral creeps in to just switch it up a little bit. If the floral wasn't there, you'd think you were almost smelling a peach by itself. But this is very, very light, and I find, I did use it in a bathroom and it did okay, but mixed performance for me on this. So if you tend to like lighter scents, or you have a small area that you'd like to have a nice pretty peach scent with the tiniest bit of floral, then pick that one up. That's Peach Nectar. All right, the next one is one that I actually had in my club and I removed it when it was coming back. And I really like this one, and it smells light, but it does well for me. And it's Pina Colada Chacha. So we have a pretty yellow front with the white colored wax. Scentsy says, island, coconut, and zesty pineapple lead. White rum and vanilla bean follow. So I actually took salsa dance lessons. So there's leads and follows. I was a follow. When you're a follow, you get to do a lot of turning. It's fun. Yes, and this is very much an authentic virgin Pina Colada. I don't get the rum. If you ask me, do you get all the notes listed? I would say everything but the rum. I love this. It smells a little bit warm. It smells like a great summertime, heat of the summer kind of scent, or on a day that you just want to be taken to a tropical location in your imagination. Because this will do that. Now, I've put this in the morning, then gone to work when my family's home all day. When I come home from work and I'm greeted with Pina Colada Chacha in my open space. So it does very well in terms of longevity for me there. And I can smell it no problem. And it's kind of one of those deceiving scents because you don't think it's going to do well. Now, I don't know if it's going to do well for you. I would hope so, but it does well for me. So that's Pina Colada Chacha. Really like that one. All right, another pineapple scent we have is Pineapple Pucker. I have somewhat of an old bar. We don't even have the Made in Idaho sticker on this one. It says fresh pineapple steals the show in this eye-opening tropical production. Yes, and I think that I remember smelling this before and it smelled very vibrant and strong. I find it's not as strong now, so it's either the bar is not as strong or my perception of scents has changed over time. But it reminds me of when you're slicing a pineapple and you're slicing off that outer skin with the eyes and trying to get all those little brown spots off. That's what it smells like. You get the juice on your fingers and then it smells like that. So this, if you love pineapple, is great on its own. If you don't love pineapple or you want to just accent another scent, then this would be a great option for that because you can add a pineapple note to another scent and kind of switch things up. Now, fun fact, I've only ever warmed one tester of Pineapple Pucker, and that was probably in 2018. So I cannot comment on performance. I don't recall. And hopefully this will show up in Tester Tuesday someday so I can give you a little bit of feedback. But on cold sniff, I would say it's probably about a medium level performer. So that's Pineapple Pucker. Alrighty, the next one we have is a new release, and I just covered this in Tester Tuesday. It is Pink Rhubarb Sugar. Now, Pink Rhubarb Sugar is described as pink rhubarb, sweetened with sparkling raspberry, and an extra scoop of sugar. And this is sweet and tart at the same time. Just like rhubarb. It's nice and bright, and it does smell like a red scent. My husband describes certain scents as red, and that's what this smells like. It's a nice fruit medley. The raspberry is there, the sugar. You can almost smell the white sugar crystals. So like I said in my video, this would be great mixed with a bakery, I think. And to me, this was an average type fruity scent, and I do not absolutely gravitate towards red berry type fruity scents, but this is pleasant. It's pretty average performer as well. Didn't do as well in my big area, did much better in a small contained space. So pink rhubarb sugar. A little bit of raspberry and a little bit of rhubarb. It's kind of nice. Lots of sugar. All right, the next one is Plumeria Peach. And you'll see this as a scent of the month sticker because this used to be a scent of the month. I believe it was April of 2021. It's made its way into the catalog. So Scentsy says, ripe pineapple and luscious peach blend sweetly over a bed of blooming plumeria. So we have pineapple, peach, plumeria. What do I smell? I smell a lot of peach and a lot of plumeria, not much pineapple for me. Oh my gosh, this is really in here. There we go. I haven't warmed this in a long time, but from my memory, this was a very, very good performer in terms of, it was medium plus in strength, especially in bedrooms. I don't think I've ever warmed it in my open layout, but in bedrooms, medium plus and very long lasting. So sometimes when you add scent notes from fruity in with floral and some other things perhaps that we don't know, it kind of increases the longevity of a scent. So this one is a very long lasting scent for me personally. So if you're looking for ones that are long lasting, definitely try Plumeria Peach. All right, the next one is a bar that I don't have, but I have the tester and I don't really like this, which is why I don't have a bar. It's Prickly Pear and Agave, but I'm gonna give you my unbiased opinion on this. So Scentsy describes this as Prickly Pear and Agave are sweet as a desert sunset behind a dreamy veil of sheer petals. Yeah, I don't know. No, I still don't like it. It's almost like a green fruity scent with a little tang of maybe florals. There's a weird note in here that I don't like. There's probably a few weird notes in here I don't like. I don't really know what prickly pear smells like per se. I've never smelled a prickly pear. It was in body, they were discontinued it. I think this one might be on its, it's on the warning track. And I will say, as a compliment to this scent, it is an excellent, long-lasting scent. It just goes and goes and goes. I don't like the smell of it, but it lasts a long time. And I'd say from memory, it was about medium. Medium intensity, very long on longevity. We have another reddish color fruity scent, and it is Rainbow Sherbet. This one is a strong one, folks. Very strong. Write it on your list if you like strong scents. It says, it's a classic, orange zest, sugared strawberry, and key lime zing, just like the real thing. Do you want to know I've never had Rainbow Sherbet in real life, like eating it? I'm not a huge ice cream person, and a lot of times when you say that, people go, oh, but I'm not. So, and if I do have ice cream, guess what I like? Vanilla. This is very strong, syrupy, cherry, strawberry sweetness. I would say strawberry, a tiny bit of cherry. It's not listed down, but I feel like it's there. And we have orange zest and lime. The lime is maybe what I'm thinking of cherry because of cherry limeade, but if you like cherry limeade, if you like Rockin' Ruby Raz, then, and you have not tried this one yet, you should definitely add it to your list. If you have an open concept layout that's very hard to scent with high ceilings, here you go. This is what you want. Longevity, I can't remember if it's a long-lasting one or not. I'd say it's about average. If I can't remember, it's usually about average, so that is Rainbow Sherbet, but very strong. All right, the next one we have is one of my loves. It's a green wax, and some people say this smells like prickly pear and agave, and I disagree. It's sea salt and avocado. This is very nice, and I don't think it smells like prickly pear and agave. Oh, this is fresh. Almost like a green spa-like scent, but very fresh and not heavy. We have light, airy spa scents. This is more saturated. Now let me read you this description. It says, you do you, while pink sea salt, Valencia orange, and creamy avocado keep your spirit in flight. I don't really know if I smell any of those notes. I just know that I smell a nice green scent that's very pleasant. It's a little bit sweet. It's the tiniest bit perfumey, but not much. It's something that makes you smile. It's something that makes your house smell clean and fresh and vibrant. Sea salt and avocado. You can warm this in an open layout. You can warm it in a bedroom, bathroom, anywhere really. The open layout will be a little bit lighter, but I have warmed it there before. So sea salt and avocado. All right, the next one I don't have a bar for, but even better, I have a brick. We have Skinny Dippin'. So this is an old brick from, I think, 2018, and I have half of it left. But the wax is almost like a muted orange. And Scentsy says for Skinny Dippin', fresh green apples, perfectly harmonized with refreshing melons and juicy pear. And to me, this is an apple cantaloupe scent. But there's almost like a tropical underscore to this. It doesn't, obviously apples are not tropical and neither are pears, but it's like the melon and maybe a few tropical notes put together, and it's Skinny Dippin'. So it's not overly strong, but it seems to do well in most places you warm it. I have warmed this in my open layout. It did okay, it didn't thrive there. I would stick to bedrooms or medium-sized zones for this, or you could do it in the bathroom if you like. If your open layout has, if it's like an apartment open layout or average size ceilings, I think this would do just fine. And longevity for a fruity scent, it's pretty average. So fruity scents tend to not last very long because they don't have a lot of base notes to keep them going and going and going. But usually the payoff is very sweet and satisfying. So that's Skinny Dippin'. Next we have sugared strawberry, and I don't have a bar of this, but I've warmed quite a few bars over my little Scentsy lifetime. So it's a nice, pretty muted red wax, and Scentsy says a blend of luscious strawberries, juicy currants, and California sun-kissed lemons. They're not lemons from Florida. They're from California. Anyway, this smells to me like the sauce that you get, either you put it on cheesecake or you go and get a sundae at Dairy Queen, and it's the strawberry sauce that they put on that, except for they've added just the touch of lemon juice to kind of brighten it up and make it taste a little bit more homemade. Or if you made your own strawberry sauce, you macerate the strawberries with some sugar, because there is definitely sugar in here. And that actually takes a fresh, authentic strawberry and makes it more of a sugared strawberry. But you add a little bit of lemon. The currant I don't think is noticeable, except for I think they put the currant in to kind of bump along the strawberry, kind of give it a little bit more substance behind it. Because you're not going to smell this and say, oh, I can smell currant. It smells like strawberry, and I think the currant is just letting you think it's a stronger strawberry than what it is. Make sense? So I would say, I think I've warmed this in my open layout. I think it did okay. Didn't thrive or, stand out, but it did okay. So you can pick and choose where you're going to warm it, but this one is a pretty solid performer and not, probably average on longevity, slightly below perhaps, being a fruity scent. All right, the next one is Summer Moonlight, and this is a new release. Scentsy says fresh strawberries sparkle alongside sweet pea and shimmering sandalwood. So I've just done a tester Tuesday for this. You can check it out if you'd like. This is the most beautiful, fruity, floral body care scent. Very pretty. Scentsy has not put it in body care, but they should. To me, it's a shimmery kind of body care. It almost feels like you're out in the moonlight, like it says, and the light kind of hits you and you just see a little sparkle on the silhouette of your body, and the person smells like the beautiful strawberry floral undertone. Very nice. Now, I did struggle with performance, but in a warm room it did exceptional, and in a colder room it struggled. So just keep in mind, if you have any issues with performance, you might have to kind of test out different areas of your home, and you might find a sweet spot for that one. And it lasted about average to above average, having that sandalwood behind it. The sandalwood doesn't smell woody, it just gives it that perfumey, glistening quality that I described in the body care kind of body spray. Last one, and it's a bestseller, and it's one that I really, really like. Watermelon Tangerine. It says sweet watermelon slices spiked with juicy tangerine and dewy greens. This is a bestseller. I don't know if I said that already. Okay, so most watermelon scents in wax do not smell authentic. There's certain fruity scents that don't smell authentic. I can think off the top of my head, watermelon, banana, and mostly blueberry. So does this smell like an authentic watermelon? No, not really. But what they did was they put the tangerine in there to give it a brightness, but they put those dewy greens in. And the dewy greens are what brings us a little bit closer to being authentic. And I love it. For me, it's about a medium light performer. And I warm this in my son Drew's room and it lasts quite a while. So, and I actually have this in a fragrance flower, and it's lasting months and months. And I don't know why, but it stopped absorbing the oil. So yes, I really, really like this. I like it. I pick it up in all the things watermelon tangerine. So if you ask me to pick maybe a few favorites personally, I would say sea salt and avocado would be up there. Johnny Appleseed. No particular order, by the way. Pina Colada Chacha. Maui Coconut. And watermelon tangerine. Let me know what some of your favorites are down in the comments section below. I'd like to wish you a great day in your neck of the woods. Next day we'll be delving into the citrus category. Take care, and I will see you guys in that video.